ones that do call him the Winter Soldier.
He's a ghost. You'll never find him.
Tech people. Yep. To build a better world, sometimes means turn the old one down. That makes sense.
Captain America: The Winter Soldier is a 2014 superhero film produced by Marvel Studios, part of the expansive Marvel Cinematic Universe. Serving as a direct sequel to the original Captain America, the first Avenger, this installment catapults Steve Rogers, known as Captain America, into the modern world, confronting not just physical threats, but moral and political dilemmas that challenge the very foundation of his ideals. Unlike its predecessor, which was rooted in World War II nostalgia and heroism, The Winter Soldier merges high-octane action with a gripping espionage thriller, offering fans an intense blend of superhero spectacle and suspenseful intrigue. The film stars Chris Evans as Steve Rogers' Captain America, delivering a performance that perfectly balances the character's unwavering moral compass with the vulnerability of a man displaced in time. Scarlett Johansson returns as Natasha Romanoff, also known as Black Widow, whose skills as a covert operative are central to the story's espionage-heavy plot. Anthony Mackie joins the franchise as Sam Wilson, the Falcon, whose friendship with Steve evolves over the course of the narrative. The enigmatic Winter Soldier, a mysterious and deadly assassin, is portrayed by Sebastian Stan, whose chilling presence drives the central tension of the film. The supporting cast includes Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, Kobe Smulders as Agent Maria Hill, Frank Grillo as Brock Rumlow, and Robert Redford as Alexander Pierce, each adding depth and nuance to the political and ethical conflicts explored in the story. Released on April 4, 2014, in the United States, the film was met with both critical acclaim and commercial success. It stands out in the Marvel canon for its willingness to question authority, explore surveillance, and delve into the consequences of power unchecked by accountability. Director Anthony and Joe Russ skillfully combine taut action sequences with complex character development, crafting a film that resonates both as a blockbuster and as a commentary on the tension between freedom and security in contemporary society. The plot begins with Captain America, who has fully embraced his role as a modern-day hero, working alongside SHIELD to maintain global peace. He quickly realizes, however, that the organization is not what it seems. A mysterious assassin known as the Winter Soldier is eliminating key operatives, and Steve, alongside Natasha Romanoff, begins to uncover a web of conspiracy within SHIELD itself. The investigation reveals that Hydra, the long-thought-defunct Nazi organization, has secretly infiltrated SHIELD, using it as a front to exert control and execute clandestine operations that threaten global security. The revelation forces Captain America to confront not only physical adversaries, but also the ethical ramifications of his loyalty and trust. One of the central themes of the movie is trust and betrayal. Steve Rogers, who has always operated with a clear sense of right and wrong, finds his world upended when those he has long respected turn out to be complicit in a vast conspiracy. The narrative explores how ideals and principles are tested in the face of systemic corruption, and how a hero navigates moral ambiguity while staying true to his values. This internal struggle is mirrored in the external conflict with the Winter Soldier, whose connection to Steve becomes increasingly personal as the story unfolds. The tension between Steve and the Winter Soldier forms the emotional core of the film, culminating in a climactic confrontation that blends raw physicality with deeply emotional stakes. The action sequences in The Winter Soldier are both inventive and visceral. From high-speed car chases through the streets of Washington, D.C., to gravity-defying fight scenes on the deck of a helicopter, the film pushes the boundaries of superhero action. Captain America's combat skills, shield work, and strategic thinking are showcased in ways that highlight both his human limitations and superhuman determination. Natasha Romanoff's acrobatic fight sequences complement Steve's brute force, while Sam Wilson's aerial maneuvering as the Falcon adds a dynamic three-dimensional aspect to the battles. Each action set piece is meticulously choreographed, creating tension and excitement without sacrificing narrative clarity. Sebastian Stan's portrayal of the Winter Soldier is particularly noteworthy. The character is shrouded in mystery for much of the film, his motivations obscured by brainwashing and manipulation. The Winter Soldier is a tragic figure, an instrument of Hydra's ambition, whose humanity gradually emerges as Steve's influence begins to reach him. Their confrontations are layered with emotion, blending intense physicality with the suspense of a personal reckoning. The complexity of this antagonist challenges traditional superhero narratives, providing a moral gray area that is seldom explored in action blockbusters. The film also expands on SHIELD's organizational dynamics. Nick Fury, the director of SHIELD, serves as a guiding figure and mentor, embodying the tension between pragmatism and ethics. His near-fatal encounters with Hydra operatives demonstrate the high stakes and dangerous environment in which these characters operate. Alexander Pierce, portrayed by Robert Redford, provides the intellectual and manipulative counterpoint, representing the insidious influence of Hydra from within SHIELD's ranks. The political thriller elements of the film add layers of complexity, creating a cinematic experience that balances spectacle with strategic storytelling. The film's exploration of surveillance, privacy, and control resonates with contemporary audiences, offering a prescient commentary on the ethical dilemmas inherent in modern intelligence operations. SHIELD's Project Insight, a program designed to preemptively neutralize threats using advanced technology, becomes the fulcrum of the conflict. Captain America's confrontation with the reality of preemptive strikes and mass surveillance forces him to question the cost of security versus personal freedom. These themes elevate the film beyond mere action, prompting viewers to consider the implications of authority, loyalty, and the morality of intervention. A key aspect of The Winter Soldier is its character development. Steve Rogers' adaptation to the modern world, following decades in suspended animation, remains a central concern. His interactions with Sam Wilson provide both comic relief and heartfelt moments, illustrating the challenges of forming new alliances in a changed world. Natasha Romanoff's dual role as ally and spy adds tension and depth to the narrative, highlighting the intricacies of trust and deception. The ensemble cast's chemistry strengthens the film, giving emotional weight to the unfolding conspiracy and the battles that ensue. The cinematography and visual style contribute significantly to the film's tone. The use of muted colors, stark lighting, and handheld camera work during fight sequences create a sense of realism and immediacy. Contrastingly, wide establishing shots of Washington, D.C., and advanced technology set the stage for the high-tech espionage element of the plot. The blend of grounded visuals with comic book-inspired spectacle enables the film to maintain credibility while delivering exhilarating action sequences, striking a balance that few superhero films achieve as effectively. The film's packing is meticulously crafted, combining moments of intense action with slower, tension-building sequences. The investigative work conducted by Steve and Natasha alternates with explosive confrontations, ensuring that the audience remains engaged while the narrative gradually unravels Hydra's infiltration of. The careful construction of suspense and revelation makes each plot twist impactful, culminating in a climactic finale that resolves immediate conflicts while setting the stage for future developments in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Musically, the score underscores the film's dual nature as a superhero story and political thriller. The use of orchestral themes to highlight heroic moments, combined with tense, electronic-driven motifs during action or espionage sequences, heightens the audience's emotional experience. The score reinforces the narrative tension, enhancing both the emotional stakes and the adrenaline-fueled action, contributing to the film's overall immersive quality. The trailer for The Winter Soldier was carefully designed to capture the film's blend of action, suspense, and character-driven storytelling. Opening with glimpses of Steve Rogers navigating the modern world, it juxtaposes moments of calm with explosive sequences, hinting at the threat posed by the Winter Soldier. Scenes of high-speed chases, rooftop confrontations, and shadowy covert operations tease the espionage elements, while brief glimpses of Nick Fury, Natasha Romanoff, and Sam Wilson provide insight into the ensemble cast. The trailer concludes with a tension-filled montage, highlighting the moral stakes and personal conflicts that drive the film, effectively setting audience expectations for a narrative that is both thrilling and emotionally resonant. The film's success is also reflected in its critical reception. Reviewers praise the way it combined the superhero genre with the intensity of a political thriller, noting its maturity in exploring ethical dilemmas and character depth. Chris Evans' portrayal of Captain America was widely lauded for capturing the essence of a man out of time, balancing strength and vulnerability. Scarlett Johansson's performance as Black Widow added intrigue and sophistication, while Sebastian Stan's chilling and nuanced depiction of the Winter Soldier became an iconic addition to the Marvel villain roster. Anthony Mackie's debut as Sam Wilson introduced a character whose friendship with Steve would carry forward in subsequent films, establishing a strong emotional core. The film is notable for its influence on the Marvel Cinematic Universe's broader narrative. Its exploration of Hydra's infiltration sets up key events in later films, particularly Avengers, Age of Ultron, and Captain America: Civil War. The themes of trust, surveillance, and accountability reverberate throughout the MCU, influencing character decisions and plotlines in subsequent entries. The ethical questions posed by the Winter Soldier: how far should one go to protect freedom, and what price must be paid for security, remain central to the evolving story arcs of several major characters. The Winter Soldier's storyline provides one of the most compelling arcs in the film. As a brainwashed operative, he embodies both menace and tragedy, illustrating the human cost of manipulation and indoctrination. His encounters with Steve Rogers serve as a catalyst for his eventual journey toward self-awareness, a journey that continues in later films. The interplay between hero and antagonist elevates the narrative, making each confrontation both action-packed and emotionally charged. The Winter Soldier's presence ensures that the stakes feel personal, adding layers of tension beyond the conventional good versus evil dynamic. The film's conclusion provides both resolution and a foundation for future conflicts. The exposure of Hydra within SHIELD dismantles the organization's authority, forcing characters to confront the collapse of institutions they once trusted. Steve Rogers emerges as a moral anchor, embodying integrity and perseverance despite the betrayal and chaos surrounding him. The Winter Soldier's fate remains ambiguous, leaving room for his redemption and future involvement in the MCU. The balance between resolution and open-ended storytelling ensures that the narrative resonates beyond the film's immediate runtime, allowing fans to engage with ongoing storylines and character development. Another remarkable aspect is the relationship between Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson. Their partnership not only provides comic relief and camaraderie, but also explores themes of trust, loyalty, and mentorship. Sam's introduction as a technologically adept and morally grounded character complements Steve's values and combat skills, creating a dynamic team capable of confronting multifaceted threats. This alliance enriches the narrative, demonstrating that heroism is strengthened through collaboration and shared ideals rather than solitary action. The ethical implications of Hydra's infiltration extend beyond the characters to the audience. The film challenges viewers to consider the dangers of unchecked authority and the fragility of institutions. By embedding these themes within a superhero narrative, The Winter Soldier engages audiences in a dialogue about morality, governance, and personal responsibility. The balance of entertainment and philosophical inquiry enhances the film's impact, making it not only a blockbuster spectacle, but also a thought-provoking cinematic experience. The action choreography deserves special mention for its realism and creativity. Fights are staged with attention to both narrative and technical precision, blending martial arts, shield combat, and tactical strategy. Unlike many superhero films that rely heavily on CGI for spectacle, The Winter Soldier emphasizes grounded combat, enhancing immersion and believability. Each action sequence serves the story, revealing character traits, advancing the plot, or highlighting thematic elements, ensuring that spectacle and substance work in harmony. The visual effects are seamlessly integrated, supporting the film's realistic tone while allowing for moments of extraordinary action. From the high-tech capabilities of Project Insight to the fluid movements of the Winter Soldier in combat, visual effects are used judiciously to enhance rather than overshadow the narrative. This careful balance ensures that the story remains character-driven and that the emotional stakes are not diminished by spectacle. The dialogue throughout the film reinforces character development and thematic depth. Witty exchanges, moral debates, and emotionally charged confrontations all contribute to a script that is as intellectually engaging as it is entertaining. Steve Rogers' principled stance, Natasha Romanoff's calculated pragmatism, and the Winter Soldier's enigmatic expressions all come to life through nuanced dialogue that advances both plot and character arcs. The film's script elevates it above typical action fare, creating a layered narrative that rewards attentive viewers. The soundtrack and sound design complement the storytelling, heightening tension during action sequences and reinforcing emotional beats in quieter moments. The interplay of silence and sound, mechanical noises, and musical cues all serve to immerse the audience, making action scenes more visceral and emotional moments more poignant. Sound is used not just as background, but as a narrative tool that enhances pacing, suspense, and thematic resonance. The film also explores identity and memory, particularly through the Winter Soldier. The tension between past and present, between who one was and who one has become, is central to his characterization. This exploration adds a psychological dimension to the film, creating a narrative that is intellectually engaging in addition to being action-packed. Captain America's interactions with the Winter Soldier highlight themes of loyalty, friendship, and the human capacity for redemption, enriching the emotional texture of the story. Captain America, the Winter Soldier stands as a landmark in superhero cinema. It demonstrates that comic book adaptations can engage with serious themes, maintain narrative complexity, and deliver exhilarating action. Its impact on the MCU and the superhero genre at large is profound, influencing subsequent films and raising audience expectations for sophisticated storytelling within blockbuster frameworks. The film's blend of character-driven drama, political intrigue, and kinetic action ensures its enduring popularity among fans and critics alike. The movie's marketing and promotional strategy effectively generated excitement and anticipation. Trailers, posters, and promotional interviews highlighted the film's darker tone, complex narrative, and intense action sequences. Emphasis on the Winter Soldier as a mysterious and formidable antagonist created intrigue and speculation among fans, while showcasing Captain America's moral struggle helped emphasize the human dimension of the superhero experience. This multifaceted approach to promotion contributed to the film's strong box office performance and lasting cultural impact. In summary, Captain America, the Winter Soldier combines thrilling action, moral complexity, and compelling character arcs to create a cinematic experience that resonates on multiple levels. The film's exploration of trust, loyalty, and ethical dilemmas, coupled with breathtaking visuals and immersive sound design, ensures that it remains a standout entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. From the dynamic fight choreography to the emotionally charged narrative, every element works in concert to deliver a superhero story that is both entertaining and intellectually engaging. With strong performances from Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Sebastian Stan, and the ensemble cast, the film captures the essence of heroism in a world where the lines between right and wrong are often blurred. Its release in 2014 marked a turning point for the MCU, blending political intrigue with superhero action in a way that continues to influence the franchise. The Winter Soldier's introduction, SHIELD's unraveling, and the ethical questions posed by Project Insight ensure that the story resonates far beyond its runtime, leaving audiences eager for the next chapter in the ongoing saga. The trailer encapsulated these elements, offering glimpses of the suspense, action, and moral tension that define the film. Ultimately, Captain America, The Winter Soldier stands as a testament to the potential of superhero cinema to entertain, challenge, and inspire, solidifying its place as one of the most significant films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.